It's too far for the Wi-Fi. I can't get outside. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Are we up again? Yeah. It was too far for the Wi-Fi. Try to get out the window there, out the door to where the river is, but it's too far for the Wi-Fi. We might be able to do it from here. Let's see. Hang on a sec. Just hang on a moment here. Hang on a sec. Let's try and go outside from closer to the Wi-Fi. I'm going to try this. I might lose the whole thing again, whatever. Let's just give it a shot. Okay, going to get a bit shaky. We're going to try and go outside. Balancing the computer on the edge of a balcony. Really nice idea. All right, here we are. Let's try this. Okay, sorry about the shakiness. Let's get this settled. Okay, here we are. We're now. Let's recover. Okay, where we are. That's the alcove where I just showed you. My own printing and carving setup was under there. That's my own basement. We went through into my neighbor's sub basement, and here we are. There's the river outside. And there's fish in that thing. Looking straight down from my window. It's super, super cool place to be. Early in the morning, it's morning light getting here. Just try and zoom. There's a waterfall down there. It's a bit hidden by some of the trees. And yeah, that's my neighbor's house across the river. He died a few years ago. His wife still lives there by herself. That's their family graveyard. There's a shrine hidden in these trees. We used to be able to see it, but we can't see it anymore. If I try and turn around, this is our building. And this is where we've been. That's our workshop. This is our neighbors. That's the printing bench you just saw. And again, going up from here, up. There's the first floor basement, and then up there, there's an actual house up on top of this. You can't really see it from where we are. On this property now, when I bought it, it was the house, the four-story house. You maybe see how much money. Four-story house was $180,000 in American dollars. To put it in dollars, it was $180,000 when I bought it 15 years ago, and it's now worth nothing. Couldn't sell it. Couldn't give it away. There's the first basement, and up above that is the house. You can maybe just see it. There's the peaking. There's a one-story and two-story house. It's up there at the top. It's got a fabulous view. Okay, so I can catch up on the chat. Where are we up with here? There's lots and lots of life in this river. There's fish in the river. The herons and stuff come. I'm sorry to be so shaky here. I'm trying to do this with two hands. Oops. The laptop's balanced on the edge of the balcony here. No, I know it's worthless. I know the houses all in a row here, they're worth nothing. I know this is a decaying community. In Japan now, the population is crashing, literally crashing. In this community, Ome, where this is all coming from, there's more than 1 in every 10 houses is empty, abandoned. Literally, right near here where I am, within minutes of where I am, more than 1 in every 10 houses is abandoned. But what is she? I'll go back inside because I can't stand here balancing the laptop. Okay, let me go back inside. Hang on a sec. Crush and knock over everything inside of me. What am I doing? I'm dragging cables behind me. Sorry about this. Let's go back to where I started. Put everything down. Okay, there we are. All right, there we are. Back to where we started. A bit more stable. Okay, sorry about this. A bit chaotic there. I was hoping it would be mobile enough to show you all the different parts of it. So people are asking about the cost of this. The building cost me $180,000. I bought it in the year 2000. I said it's worth nothing now. It's all paid off. It's all mine. But it's not worth anything for a few reasons. Because of the depopulation, there's no demand for property here. Of course, there's no jobs in this area. The schools are closing. There's no shopping. There's nothing around. So there's no advantage. If you want a really super countryside house, you can get something for free in the country because the country is now empty. You can pick up whatever you want for literally nothing. I guess I can say this without giving secrets. Cameron, our associate who just joined us last year, he bought years ago as a place to live out in was it in Niigata Prefecture near the famous ski area up there. He bought a condominium. He bought it for like $4,000, and it was a full, beautiful condominium in a brand new building. And he just sold it, and I finally got out of it. He sold it for a bit more than what he paid for it, about $4,500. These are not magic numbers. These are actual real numbers. Property in Japan now, except the central core of Tokyo, property in Japan has become simply valueless, as in zero. I could not give this place away. My neighbor Yamaguchi-san, who just retired to live with his daughter down in the city, his property, he begged me to buy it for $4,000. It's a full house, two-story house, 3 bedrooms, bathroom, all that stuff. I can't buy it. I've got no use for it, and nobody else will buy it. And these numbers sound like I'm leaving off 000s. I'm not. Anything except central Tokyo or central Osaka or central Kyoto, places like this. People want to live in the cities, and everything else is totally depopulating. That's just the way it is. Well, this building has value to me to use, of course, but if I tried to sell it, no go. Nothing can do. It's not practical. To get here last night, I left Asakusa at about 8 o'clock. I had dinner nearby my place and left there at about 8. And I got here just after 11, and I had to stand up on the train all the way, almost all the way, till we get to about the last 15 kilometers here up here. It's impossible to commute. It's just too far. Make an Airbnb illegal in Japan for one, and two, nobody's going to come and stay here because of that thing. It costs you like $20 in train fees to get here from Tokyo. And when you get here, there's nothing to do. If you want to just sit and do nothing, that's fine. But if you're a tourist, you want to see stuff, it doesn't work. So it's just negative, 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 negative. And the only positive is, wow, such a beautiful, comfortable place. But you can't make a living here. You can't make a living. I said Yamaguchi-san's place, and the reason he wanted me to buy it is because his home is now a negative asset. it costs about a fee of about $10,000 to have a construction company come in and tear it down. And you have to tear it down because if you just leave it, it becomes rat infested, it catches fire, the neighborhood burns down, you're in big trouble. So people who are abandoning these houses are trying to tear them down. It's too expensive to tear down. So the city here has a policy. If you are leaving, they will pay X% of the fee to deconstruct your house and leave it as an empty lot. It's an insane situation. It really is an insane situation. And that's what you get with depopulation and no immigration. The country is literally shrinking year by year by year by year by year. And yeah, you want a nice country home, you can pick it up for nothing. If you have one, permission to live in Japan, and two, some way to make a living. You can't drive with a car. It'd be much worse. It would take 3-4 hours with a car. Car makes it worse than train. The roads are just jammed in Tokyo. And there's no place to park when you get there. Even here, I have a space for a tiny car parking. Yamaguchi-san, the guy whose house I was just telling you about, he has no car parking space. And you can't buy a car unless you have space for it. Move the mic closer. I don't even know where the microphone is. I dropped it. I dropped the microphone earlier. Sorry about that. Hi, microphone is now closer. Sorry about that. Our Ome outpost, contribution to the local economy. Yes and no. I know we're supplying jobs here. There's 4 people working here in Ome, and they are people who wouldn't be able to get jobs anywhere else. The jobs available to these women are things like whatever, trying to work as a sweeper at the local care center. You know, a place like this has lots of, I don't know what they're called. Dojin home, care centers, and old folks' homes are sprouting in places like this because the land is so cheap. People take over an old school or something, convert it to an old folks' home, and they have beds, just rows and rows and rows of rooms and rooms full of beds. People are shunted out here for the last stage of life. So there's lots of jobs in that kind of a thing, sweeping up and changing diapers and spooning into the old ladies who are in the nursing home. Yeah, nursing home. So those kind of jobs are around here a little bit. There's no supermarket jobs. There's no other real jobs. So the ladies who work for me are really, really, really happy to have this work. I'm never here to bother them. They make their own timetable. I pay them really, really well. We don't have full-time work for them, but they don't want full-time work because they're families. What's somebody saying here? I would love to commute 3 hours daily if you got to live in Japan and own my own house. Well, welcome. Go ahead. They're all waiting here. 3 hours commute, standing on a train, jammed with people back and forth. No fun. No fun at all. I did it last night, and it reminded me why I don't live here in Ome anymore. Yeah. I can't imagine living here and commuting to Asakusa. Mosquitoes. I'm going to be in trouble. I left the window open. I better close it. Hang on a sec. Even if the ladies aren't here this morning, but even if I left right now and left, they would know I've been here because of the mosquitoes. Dave's been here. He leaves the windows open. I used to swim there every day, you know. It was so cool. The river isn't deep enough to actually swim hand over hand, hand over hand. But there's a couple of dams down there, and it comes deep enough that you can lie down and get cool and sit in the water and splash yourself up and stuff. And I would sit there carving and printing and then jump in the water, back there carving and printing. How's the weather? You don't seem sweaty. It is. It's hot and sticky here, actually. So it's a bit cooler than downtown Tokyo, maybe 3 or 4 degrees cooler. But there's no wind today after the typhoon. And it's a what's the word? It's a close day. It's hot. But not so bad. Don't know if I'll ever get back here, you know, if we can figure out our work so I can do a couple of days in Ome, a few days in Asakusa, a few days in Ome, a few days in Asakusa. That was the original plan. And Asakusa has just been so busy that I haven't been able to do it. But today's an experiment, you know, the staff is down there today by themselves. There's 3 print parties scheduled, and 2 staff plus Cameron, and I just abandoned them. I left them because I have so many things to do in Ome. I've got a bunch of things to do in Ome. Number one is haircut, because I got to do a retake of that video tonight or tomorrow. I need a haircut for that. And the things to do, just as a list of things have been building up. I haven't been here for 5 months. 5 months, it's insane. So there's lots and lots of things for me to do. Defrostment of Cameron's phones, yeah, right. Okay, there's not a lot more I can bring you today. I know I would have liked to have taken you outside and left the camera sitting on the river view, but the Wi-Fi is not going to work like that. And I do have to get started on my work today here. I just thought it would be a bit interesting to show you around a little bit of this. The place I used to live, and the bit of the background in the Mokuhankan shop here. So I think we better close this off. There's nothing else I can really do. I would have liked to have shown more outside, but I can't do that. Schedule for the stream is this. I'm working here in Ome today. I'm going back to Asakusa tonight. The schedule Saturday morning, I should be carving on those color blocks for the octopus print. I haven't actually got the Hanshita made yet. Hopefully I'll be able to do that sometime tonight if I'm not too late getting back to Tokyo. So that should be tomorrow's stream, carving, if I can get that Hanshita prepared. So sorry about the bit randomness and scrambledness and totally dropped streams here today, but I thought it would just be fun rather than just telling you no stream today. I thought it would be more fun to show you this. Someone's asking if I get a train on the seat. I will, because I'm going back against the commuting tonight. I'm in Ome now, and if I was going into Tokyo right now, it would be jammed with people who are living out here and working in Tokyo. And of course, coming out in the evening like I did last night, it was jammed right through, even till late at night. But when I go back to Asakusa tonight, I'll be going against the commuting flow. So I will be on an empty train. I'll be able to stretch out, no problem, do lots of work. And you can see the trains going by the other way, all jammed, people. Okay, that's it, guys. Thanks very much. Again, sorry for the disorganization, but I thought it might be just fun to see this place. Okay, I'm going to sign off and get to work here. Thanks, guys. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow morning, if I do get that transfer ready. Thanks for your patience. Signing off. I'll just kill it as we are. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye. Good night.